It's that time of the year again. Yes, it's Christmas. Christmas 2011. Man, it feels like just yesterday that I was shooting the Christmas 2010 video. Actually, no, it doesn't. This has been a long year and it's been a long, stressful year. Hoping that 2012 will be better, but that's okay. You can't worry about that on Christmas. It's supposed to be fun on Christmas. And yes, it has been. And just like last year, I'm going to showcase the gifts that I got. Now, this is not to show off or anything like that. This is basically more for me, so I can catalog what I got each year. Because sometimes Christmases get a bit blended together with the gifts. But yeah, and I guess it is to spread good cheer. And I like watching these videos on YouTube. I like seeing what other people got for Christmas. It makes me happy. Just like I like watching people do unboxings. I don't know why, even if I don't have the item, unboxings are always fun for me. So here are your Christmas gifts 2011. Not in any particular order, and we run the whole gamut here. I have firearms related stuff, no firearms. I have Zippo related stuff, knife related stuff, and Apple stuff. So that's my whole channel right here in the gifts. It's like, oh my god, I think people have been stalking my YouTube channel to buy me things. So here we go. Let's just pick a random item. I have them on an easy chair behind me because I'm too lazy to move them all onto the bed, so it's going to be a little pause between each item. Let's just pick up the first item, I say. Here we go. We're going to start out with a hardcover, which I actually do prefer, of the new Tom Clancy book Locked On with a nice RPG-7 here on the front. Apparently it was co-written by Mark Greaney. And I have no idea what the deal with the new Tom Clancy books are. I heard, their quality may have dropped off. I've already read Hunt for Red October, Clear and Present Danger, Rainbow Six, which was one of the best novels I've ever read, and I'm reading Cardinal of the Kremlin right now. I've also read Patriot Games. Fantastic novels, Rainbow Six definitely being the best, and I like them, man. I really do like Tom Clancy. He can take one room and stretch it into 3 pages describing that room, and that's pretty interesting because it really gets me into the book. So we're gonna find out how Locked On is, and a nice hardcover book. Let's see how many pages this one runs. Oh, come on. 845 pages. That's fun. Right now, like I said, I'm reading Cardinal of the Kremlin. I like to read them in order, so that it's going to be a while before I actually get to reading this book. But that's okay. Again, I like the hardcover books. Speaking of hardcover, let me grab something. Okay, I'm back. Now, one thing I never do is read 2 books at once, except this was a very special occasion because of something that happened. This is the Steve Jobs biography. Fantastic book, especially if you're into Apple at all. A very, very good book. Even if you're not, he's got some very excellent ideas that are described in this book for even a business plan. I think anybody who's looking to move up in the business world, or just even ideas to live by, I suppose, customer service ideas, Walmart, you should probably read this book like 47 times a day. With how bad your customer service is. Not a Christmas present, but I was talking about the hardcover books, and yes, this is how far I am in here. Not particularly far, just maybe a little bit shorter than a quarter of the way in, but so far it's been fantastic. And I know the chapters get better as they go on because he starts talking about specific Apple products. Like I said, not a Christmas present, but we will see why I mentioned this a little bit later. I mentioned it because of the hardcover book, but just wait. Hold your horses. There will be blood. There will be more. Next item up for bids. Let's see here. A knife-related item. Now, this is actually a Jeep knife. Now, this, a lot of people are going to say, oh, Jeep, just, marketing Jeep knife, blah, 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 not that good. I've heard, actually, some good things about these Jeep knives. This was probably one of those Black Friday deals. And the sheath doesn't really strike me as that great. It has a little trail-rated badge on there, which I thought is pretty cool for the button, call it cheesy, whatever. I think that's pretty cool. It's one of those survival knives that has... What's it say in the back? Right here. Matches compass, fishing hook, line, and weight, and needles and thread in the handle. That's a bit of a gimmick, but it's okay. I think that knife, personally, I think it looks completely badass. It reminds me of a Sog Seal Pup Elite. I'm not going to say it's on the same level as that, but I really do enjoy the look of this knife, and I think I can have fun with it, whether I use it as a beater. It's actually 440 steel. 440 steel. Yes, and it's what it says is an aluminum alloy handle, so it's really cool. Like I said, I was really enjoyed the look of that knife. Don't know how it's going to perform, but who cares? It's a really cool looking knife, and that was another thing I got. So there we go, nice Jeep knife. Can't wait to unbox that and test it out. And who knows, if I don't use the survival kit in there, I can use it to hide drugs. Ha 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 ha. JK, LOL, of course. Ah, yes. The most manly thing I get every year. A Yankee Candle. Love them, just like last year. Didn't get as many this year, but I did get one this year, spiced orange. I really do. I do enjoy Yankee Candles, you know, because if there's one group of people that needs candles, it's probably the men out there, because, you know, your rooms don't smell that great. I can tell you that right now. Usually on that for the most part, but I really do enjoy the Yankee Candles, and I much prefer the tumblers as opposed to the jars, because these tumblers have more than one wick, and as such they actually burn down properly, as opposed to tunneling all the way down to the middle and leaving wax on the sides. That's not good. That's a bit of a rip-off. And this is a 40 to 50 hour candle, so that's the gift that keeps on giving right there. Spiced orange, amazing. Alright, moving on from that. What do we got next here? Okay, this bag is actually representative of what is inside it. I'll show you, but I'll cover up all the important Welsh. I'll actually show you that right there, and that's all you need to see. Another year subscription to AAA. I get that every year. It is a great gift. It is a great gift to get somebody that, you know, has the driver's license. Anybody who actually drives an automobile. 1 year membership to AAA Gold, which is your roadside assistance. And I've actually had to, I don't know if I had to use it this last year, but I definitely had to use it the year before, when my tire went careening off of my car down the road. And they'll tow you for free, and because I have gold, if you run out of gas, they will come and gas you up for free. And they have trip interruption protection, where if you're on a trip and something happens to your vehicle, they'll put you up in a hotel room for the night as it gets fixed, stuff like that. Excellent stuff. You can go to their office, get TripTiks, which are a bit outdated now, because you can just go on like Google Maps and find maps to your destination. But before that way, in the olden days, you would get TripTiks, which would be like 50 or 100-page maps that had your entire route highlighted. You would flip from page to page, and it would show you the exact route to follow to get to the location that you were trying to go to, and that was another benefit you got. And of course, AAA has a lot of discounts for hotels and things like that. AAA Gold, definitely a thing I get every year. I've been a member since 2004, so I love getting that gift every year. Everybody in my family gets that gift, and it's really great. So AAA Gold, that's that. Moving on now. Let's go for something very small. A couple of scratch-off lottery tickets, of course, a $2 and $1. Those were actually given to me by my sister on her actual gift. Which, have I reached her actual gift yet? No, I have not, so we'll get to her gift in a second. But a couple scratch-off lottery tickets, I'm sure I'll have fun with those. Maybe I'll win $1 million. Who knows? Actually, I probably won't win more than $25,000. Plus $2,500, so I probably won't win more than what is that, $800? Okay. Or excuse me, $28,000. Let's see, what else do we have here? A couple of black pens. Now, you're obviously going to want to hear the story behind this. Us folks out there interested in the New York pistol permit, how the hell does that come up in every one of my videos? How the hell does that happen? I'm saying hell on Christmas. Yes, I'm probably going to burn in eternal damnation. But the thing is, it comes up in every single one of my videos. These black pens are actually something to do with the pistol permit. It's a running joke me and my brother-in-law had. He was one of my references on my pistol permit, and he kept texting me as a joke, oh, I don't have any black pens, I'm not going to be able to, you know, sign off on your questionnaire that he got. I'm not going to be able to do it, I don't have any black pens. You know, like, I don't care if you cut yourself and use your own blood, you will be signing off on that thing. And it went back and forth, eventually signed it and sent it back, you know, it was a just joke we had going on. And then for Christmas, taped to my actual gift that him and my sister got me, were these two black pens. So I got a kick out of that. There we go. Well, he'll never complain about black pens again. But that doesn't really make sense, though, because wouldn't he be the one that needs the black pens? Well, I guess he can borrow one of these. So, yes, two nice Papermate black pens. Very interesting. I know. Now, a gift for me. What is that? It's a picture of a guy shooting a gun on it. This is a $25 gift certificate to my local gun store. This was the gift from my sister and her, you know, my brother-in-law, her husband. This is what I got from there. It's a $25 gift certificate to the local gun store. The one I go to, there's two in this area. One's an asshole and one's not. And it's funny because she went in there, and I'm really good friends with this guy there that owns the place. And She goes in there, and she's like, "Oh yeah, my brother has a pistol waiting for him. Can I buy some ammo for it?" "Absolutely. Do you know who? What's the name so I can tell you what caliber you need and stuff like that." And she says, "Young Love, my last name," and she's like, "Oh yeah, yeah, you're talking about Rob. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh of course we know who that is. Yada yada yada." And she ended up not getting ammo. She got me this gift certificate, but they knew exactly who I was, and they're like, "Yeah, yeah, that Rob, he's a good guy." Research is a bit too much on the internet sometimes. Well, come on, you have to research on the internet in this shithole of a state. You have got to research on the internet before you go do anything in this state. But yeah, he's like, "Oh yeah, research is a bit too much on the internet sometimes, but he's a great guy." Blah 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 blah. So a little story to go with that. So $25 I will probably be spending on ammo, probably 40 Smith & Wesson ammo to put in the P99. Okay, so that's that. Next, this is scary. Okay, this is like Black Death scary, like Black Death scary. Now, I bet you've never gotten a Christmas gift like that before. Maybe you have, maybe you haven't. This is actually Bathtub Kahlua. Not Bathtub Kahlua. She probably didn't make it in a bathtub. But every year we have this one lady at work that makes up her own batch of Kahlua, and now that I'm 21, I am in on this. And I got a vial of this stuff. This looks like pure death in a jar. I don't even know what I'm going to do with this. Drink it, yada, yada, yada. Man, I'll probably try some of it, but really, homemade Kahlua, that is astonishing. Homemade Kahlua, that's what I got from her. Nice jar, nice mason jar, but homemade Kahlua? Ugh, I don't know if I'm man enough to try that. There's shit floating in and everything. Whew. We'll see. We'll see about that, but yes, Bathtub Kahlua, that's the next gift. Moving on. Up next, an Apple. Now, I thought this was an Apple gift card to the Apple Store, which wouldn't really be that great of a thing because everything at the Apple Store is not something that I would be able to buy with a gift card. You'd probably have to add money to it because, they're pretty expensive unless you're going to buy like a set of earphones or something like that. But it's not. It's not. I found it in this bag, and this is actually what it is. It's got a silver apple on the front. It's got a little packet here. This is the icing. Like Apple's products are known for their simplicity. So it just says the icing, and on the back, it says, "Your new Apple product comes with a little something extra. Free personal setup. Just bring it into any Apple store, and we'll help you set up your email transfer content." I'm sure you can read the rest of that. But, ooh, hint, hint, hint. What could that be about? Who knows? That is a big hint, though I've already hinted it with the Steve Jobs book. What could I be hinting towards? But yeah, one thing about Apple Personalized Setup, excellent. Excellent service, excellent customer service, another one of Steve Jobs' business models. Excellent customer service, not for me though, because I'm very technically inclined, so I don't have to get them to personally set it up for me, but somebody who doesn't know that much, excellent. They will help you transfer your contacts, calendars, all your iCloud stuff, get you all set up in that department. Great for somebody who's not really technically, who's not very technically inclined. So, hint, hint, hint. Alright, moving on now. In the theme of the knife, the Jeep knife that I had over here, this one, we're going to go with a nice multi-tool. Now, I'm a Leatherman guy for the multi-tools, but this is very slim. This is a Columbia, apparently Field Gear multi-tool here, and this is very slim. Everybody in my family got one of these. I love the blue color on it. It's very slim. This could easily fit into a nice pocket, and it's a little bit bigger than the Squirt PS4, so perhaps some different uses. And it's got a corkscrew. My goodness, I'm trying to say I'm an alcoholic. All-in-one multi-tool from Columbia. Pretty cool. Definitely be able to fit in my pocket. Definitely have that. Maybe use it as beater. Who knows? Apparently, it is a saw blade, flathead screwdriver, bottle opener, corkscrew, lever action scissors. Oh my god, lever action? What do they shoot? 30 rounds? Knife, can opener, file, and flathead screwdriver. That's interesting. They must be different sizes. Must be different sizes. So yes, 2 and 9 are both flathead screwdrivers. 2 for the price of 1. Double the pleasure, double the fun, double the multi-tool. Okay, next. This is going to be a long video. Isn't it exciting? It already is a long video. Next. This. Every year, this needs some explanation, but every year, my friend, if you check the last year's video, you'll see this too. Me and him exchange a gift where we try to keep it around $20. I went a little overboard this year because I got him a $34 box of 8mm Mauser, Federal PowerShock, really good stuff. And I knew it was going to be an ammo exchange this year. He got me that, and he got me a box of 9mm. In fact, a Winchester white box of 9mm. Now, I thought it was going to be 40 Smith & Wesson because that's what the P99 is. However, with all of the different shit that I've been telling people, oh, excuse me, Christmas, with all of the different stuff that I've been telling people, yeah, it's Christmas, you don't want to fucking swear on Christmas, but with all of the different stuff that I've been telling people, who knows what caliber I'm going to get. So I'm going to use the 9mm again for the high point. That hasn't changed. I've still got my 9mm high point, and that's probably going to be my home defense gun for God knows how long, because the pistol permit is going to be 3 or 4 months from now, even though everything's done on my end. Anyway, so I have 50 Winchester white box 9mm Luger full metal jack 115 grain. Very nice. Love it. So, that's the gun-related item. Let's continue. Now, just a couple stocking stuffers that I have. I'll just spill those out. These were all in the stocking. Usually in my Christmas stocking, we get like some candy and stuff like that. White chocolate Polar Bear. White chocolate being my favorite over milk chocolate or dark chocolate. I actually don't like dark chocolate. I like milk, but I really like white chocolate. Everybody's favorite deodorant. Of course, you gotta have the Arm & Hammer deodorant, you know, especially for me heavy breathing back here behind this camera as we went over before, because I'm standing 2 inches away from this camera talking very fast into it. Let's see here. A tube of peanut M&Ms. Get over there. A couple of fruity candy canes, which is good that they're fruity. How can I have an explanation for candy cane? What is wrong with this guy? I don't like the peppermint candy canes. I do not like candy cane flavored candy canes. I do not like the peppermint candy canes. They have to be fruity. I don't care if they're Starburst or Jolly Rancher. Fruity candy canes. And a bottle of aftershave, so I really won't be stinking. I've got the deodorant and the aftershave. I use all different kinds of aftershave. Old Spice, Aqua Velvet, Brute, yada yada yada. It goes on forever. I'm sure you're not interested in that, but that's what came in my stocking. Zoop. What's next? Alright, I think I can't put it off any longer. I got an iPad dock. Yes, one deranged member of my family did not realize that I did not have an iPad, so they got me an iPad dock. Maybe it was my fascination of Apple products, so they got me an iPad dock. Amazing. It actually still has a price on it, $29.99. So yes, if anybody out there has an iPad dock, or has an iPad that might need that, congratulations. Moving on. From that same person, I also got an iPad smart cover, and in fact, it's the $69 one, therefore meaning it is leather, as opposed to the polyurethane one. But not of much use to me at the moment. So, I have almost $100 worth of iPad accessories and no iPad. So it is, and in fact, it was the navy blue leather smart cover. Very, very strange. Very strange. Just like all those shooting accessories I got last year in a caliber of rifle that I did not own. Up next, an iPad cover again. I already have the smart cover, and this is a full travel cover. What in the heck? Very, very curious on there. iHome, yes, I'm sure you do. Okay. And let's see if you guys in your amazing intellect can figure out what the big gift this year was. Drum roll, please. Here it is. Wow, that was quite something to figure out. I really commend you if you figured that out. It was quite hard. Here it is. Here's that navy blue leather smart cover on my iPad 2. 16 gigabyte Wi-Fi only. That is the one I wanted because it was the cheapest one. And the thing about the 3G, not only do you have to pay extra for the 3G price, but you have to pay a ridiculous amount of money a month to either AT&T or Verizon to get 2 gigabytes of data. It's like $20 a month for 2 gigabytes of data. No thanks. The main purpose of the requesting this was to do the same thing that my iPhone did right now, which I used it a lot for, which was check emails and things like that around the house, but a lot bigger and a lot easier. Like, I'd often say, be playing Modern Warfare, I say, I want to find a glitch how to get out of this map, and then I'd grab my phone and start fiddling with it, and it's kind of hard to tap the iPhone keys, like, with one hand when you're doing something with the other hand, and I mean playing a game, not anything nasty, I mean playing the game with the other hand. It's kind of hard to do that. And so now I can search the web and do all sorts of crazy things on the new iPad 2. Now, let's open up this iPad 2. Yeah. Actually, let me talk about a few things here. Blue leather smart cover, which will fire up the iPad when I do it here. Another thing, Steve Jobs' biography talked about this, and he actually talked about this in his keynote speech. One thing he always wanted was to keep everything as absolutely easy as possible for the consumer, and I love that business model. It's pretty much the opposite of Walmart, which is weird because Apple and Walmart have pretty much all of the money in the universe split up equally almost, and yet they're completely opposite. One doesn't give two craps about his customers, and one actually really does care. One thing Steve Jobs says is, I don't want you dealing with aligning these magnets on this smart cover here. So, it's not going to be like, oh, is it straight or anything like that. Auto align can't be easier. Put it next to it. It lines. There we go. Don't even have to deal with it. Automatically wakes up and puts to sleep the iPad. You can fold it up here in a certain way that'll make a triangle. Fold it back, and then you have a nice typing plane for your iPad. Okay? Now, when I synced this thing with my iTunes, because I had all the stuff on my iPhone, I took all of the iPhone apps off of it. There are iPhone apps, and iPod Touch, those are the same category, iPhone and iPod Touch. There are Universal, which work on both of them. It just checks which device it's on and projects the images and the whatever it needs for that device. And there are iPad-only apps. So I didn't want to run any iPhone apps on here. I only want iPad-only or Universal apps. A Universal app would be Facebook. There's a couple other. Actually, my fans might appreciate this. The Zippo Z-Date app, that's Universal. Let's take a look at some bottom stamps here. That was a Universal app. I was actually quite happy about that. Very nice. And I have just been having a blast with this thing. I'm probably going to have a full overview or review of this thing. I don't want to get too deep into it right now, but one thing I think the people on my channel really appreciate this is I was in the App Store looking for the Virtual Lighter, the Zippo Virtual Lighter app, okay, and for the iPad, and they don't make one for the iPad, so I don't have it on here because, again, I took all my iPhone ones off. And leave it to the Japanese, because I found an app called Zippo Girl. Zippo, registered trademark girl, so I knew it was about actual Zippos. But explain this to me, okay? I'm not even kidding. Zippo Girl, this is what I got, okay? Let's fire it up here. Yeah. We got some Japanese lady holding a Zippo, and in fact, it's a whole slideshow of that. I believe if I press play here, it should just automatically switch through them. Oh my goodness! And I know it's a little bit bright here because I have the light on above. Let's see if I can kill this light. Yeah, and then look at this. Oh my goodness. Oh wow, I hope this isn't getting too risky for you to... I don't even... What is this about? Oh my god, look at this lady. She doesn't even have a Zippo. Yeah, so I have no idea what to do. Let's stop this before we get, like, fined for inappropriate content or something like that. But yeah, very strange. Very strange. That's one of the HD backgrounds I put on there from an app called, I believe, HD Backgrounds or Amazing HD Backgrounds or something like that. That is the background I put on there. But yeah, really weird. There are going to be definitely more apps that I download for this so I can do a big review of it. Definitely things, that people on my channel will definitely be interested in. And so yeah, that was the big thing this year, which leaves us with the last thing, which will be, I'll show you that in a second. So yeah, there's the iPad 2, definitely going to have some fun with this. I knew I was going to get less this year because I got the one big thing here, but I'm perfectly happy with that. Now, I'm going to turn this light on again. And we're going to get to the last thing, which everybody on this channel has been waiting for, I hope. The one and only new Zippo I got, but I did get a new Zippo for Christmas. There's the box. What could it be? There it is. Red matte with black and white skull and crossbones. Hot, hot, hot. This I saw in the case the same day when I saw that eyeball, the Bloodshot Eyeballs one. I saw in the same case, and I was like, man, that's pretty cool. But I think Santa was listening because somehow it appeared under the tree. It's like magic. It's amazing that it did. And of course, still got the seal on the back. Red matte, skull and crossbones. Let's tap to focus on that. $24.95. Probably got it a bit cheaper than that. I don't care. It was a Christmas present. I'm sure they don't wish that I know anyway, because it's a gift made in G of 09. And let's get the information for anybody who might want it. This will also be in my next Zippo collection update, because I always like to have all of my Zippos in the collection update, but for anybody who wants it. Skull ampersand XBNS 24471. But yes, I did get a Zippo this year. Skull and Crossbones Red Matte. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is about my throat dying over here now. And that is all the Christmas presents for this year. So I'm going to go ahead and pack all of this stuff up again and get it off of my workbench bed here. And gonna go have some fun with the iPad and put the Zippo away, and that'll be Christmas for 2011. So take it easy, guys. I can't believe I did almost a half-hour video here talking and blabbering on. But yeah, you know it wasn't going to be a short one. So alright, I am out, and happy holidays and Merry Christmas to y'all. Take it easy, everyone.